Manchester United and Erik ten Hag have reached a total agreement for the Dutchman to become the new Manchester United manager. This has been probably one of the worst kept secrets in football in the past few weeks. He's been steamrolling towards the permanent appointment, of course, to replace Ralph as the interim manager and Ollie as the last permanent manager of Manchester United. This is a move that, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to excite the vast majority of Manchester United fans. The candidate that most ex-Man United players didn't want. The candidate that most British journalists didn't want Man United to sign. Even stories that most of the Man United dressing room would prefer Maurizio Pochettino to Erik ten Hag. And for me as an individual, this is why it's most exciting. It feels like we've almost, forget the fan opinion, which was ten Hag, it feels like we've kind of gone against the grain, which hasn't stereotypically been what Man United do when appointing managers since Sir Alex Ferguson. There's not said to be a formal announcement on the way until at the very least after the Dutch Cup final, which is on the 17th of April. But Manchester United do have this agreement now, this total agreement in place verbally. Now, they say an agreement in principle and it's verbal. This means ten Hag has agreed to the terms and conditions that he will become the Manchester United manager. They just need to work out when is the best time to formally announce this, get the paperwork done. And of course, for the lawyers from both, there's all four parties involved. There's four parties involved, three to a degree, with the ins and outs, which the legal teams will go through. But I want your views. I want your opinions. Erik ten Hag, the next Manchester United manager. Let's go. Erik ten Hag in agreement, in principle in place, the verbal total agreement between the two parties. And I have to tell you, look, from the off, I am absolutely buzzing. I am over the moon. This is exactly what I wanted. And I'm not someone that praises Man United very often, but thank God they didn't listen to the class of 92. Thank God they didn't listen to the vast majority of Sky Sports and BT Sport pundits. Not to disrespect them and their football knowledge, but of the available managers out there, ten Hag for me is the best bet. Style of football on point. Coaching ability on point. No baggage from his past teams. No, Poch would have come with such baggage. Bottle job, can't manage egos, blah, blah, blah. There are certainly question marks about Erik ten Hag, but I'm willing to accept them. He comes in, it just feels like a fresh slate and a fresh start for Manchester United. And what's really impressed me have been the reports about how he wants to play football at the club, how he's going to get Manchester United back to the very peak of our powers, to the top of our game. The types of players he wants to bring in: quick, powerful, strong. These are key components. Man United's lack of physicality, our lack of mobility, our lack of work rate and desire have been a major issue. In the presentation that Erik ten Hag made to Manchester United, he spoke very much about his system needing runners, his system needing players that want to work hard, that are going to put every ounce of themselves into making sure that Man United get back to their very, very best. Of course, the technical ability is going to need to be on point, a lot of coaching with certain individuals. And over the course of the next 2 to 3 summer transfer windows, ten Hag, fingers crossed, will get the chance to build his team. But what ten Hag has been very specific about is needing a particular profile of player. And this will be a combination of mentality, technical ability, and the athleticism needed. All those three attributes are key. Man United have had this terrible habit of building squads not quite right for each manager, signing players that might have one or two of those three things, but very rarely all of them. And of course, what's really going to be key, and what Erik ten Hag pushed very hard for, is he wants to build a club philosophy, a team philosophy, a playing philosophy first. This is how we play. This is how we behave. This is the attitude I expect each and every single player to bring to training, to bring to their rest and downtime, and of course, when they cross that white line, the effort that they put in. And that's going to be a real key component in how we can take Manchester United forward. Now, in terms of the deal, it's reported to be a 4-year contract, which I think is a nice amount of time. When you're chasing someone for as long as we've been chasing Erik ten Hag, it has to be a substantial offer. You were never going to get away with offering him 18 months, 2 years. That was never going to happen. It had to be a substantial amount of time. But I'm just glad that we haven't gone down the same route again as a David Moyes, where we've stuck 6 years on there. We haven't gone too far. It gives us the ability to be able to assess him maybe 2 years in. Is he right? Is he doing the correct things for us? Is the project right and the process right and the philosophy right, but the manager may be just wrong? It gives Man United an opportunity to be able to look beyond him. And I'm not trying to throw negatives out here straight away, but it protects us very much in relation to doing that. Now, for me, I've already said I think Erik ten Hag is a great opportunity appointment, and we've got a great opportunity of getting back. What is going to be more key is this, though, and I want to stress this. I said it about sacking Ollie, said it about sacking Jose and LVG. Getting rid of those individual managers and their coaching staff was never going to fix Man United by itself. Never. Not once. What has to happen is the football club need to change its structure. Now, Arnold, who's replaced Ed Woodward, has said that the football people will make football decisions. Myrtle, Fletcher, and the reported new deputy director of football will be coming in. Erik ten Hag wants Ralf Rangnick to actually have that job or have that kind of capacity, but at the very least, he'll be involved as a consultant moving forward. That new change in structure is imperative for Ten Hag to be successful. And I implore Man United fans to not lose sight of this. I implore Manchester United fans to remember what it is that has enabled Liverpool to get back to their very best. The strength, that City's biggest strength, as much as people will say it's Pep or their squad, it's the way their football club is run. Bayern Munich, club structure, footballing philosophy throughout. Barcelona this season starting to really cook and starting to really improve. Xavi's a huge part of that. Of course he is. But the biggest change was done in the summer when the hierarchy and the structure internally, the people running the club and making the football decisions was improved. If Man United get that right this summer, if they maintain that consistency, if they back Ten Hag, and backing isn't just spending money, it's everything else in between. He needs power, he needs control, he needs vetoes, he needs final say. Give him that, and Man United could, I'm not saying will, but Man United could be back. Cheat that process. Cheat that at any point, and it can fall apart. And I say this because Man United fans too quickly will turn on a manager if it isn't working or a player if it isn't working. We need to remain focused and not forget what has led to us being in this position. It was never just Ollie's inability to coach. It was never just Jose Mourinho's attitude and behavior. It was never that LVG was just past his best. It was everything else on top of that, in spite of that led to this. Now, reading one of the reports here on this story, as I've said, it looks to be a contract that will run up to 4 years. It says here that Ajax are very aware of this situation and still need to reach a deal with Manchester United. United will also need to finalise details and documentation. The coaching staff situation will follow. There's big reports of Robin van Persie, Jaap Stam, and also Steve McLaren that are linked with a return to Manchester United as part of the coaching setup for him. I would say to Man United fans, relax. There's a cup final on the 17th of April, as already mentioned, that Ajax play in. No decision, in my opinion, will be made until that point. But United have a fantastic relationship with Ajax. They always have, and they probably always will do. The clubs have always had a deep-lying respect for one another. Edwin van der Sar being so influential and powerful at the Dutch Giants as well is also going to help because his relationship with Man United is impeccable. So all is good there. But overall, listen, this is a very exciting piece of news for Manchester United, a piece of news that I hope you're all as excited and happy about as I am. But I want your views and I want your opinions. Leave me your comments now. Erik ten Hag to Manchester United. Done, dusted, over the line. Until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.